An amazing film.
Thank you.
An edge-of-your-seat thriller about the money market. Who knew?
Who knew what?
Who knew that it could be done?
Well, yeah, it's incredibly fast-paced. It is a ride. I have to say, it is a ride, and the pace of it and the thrill of it, in some ways, reflects our really modern times. You know, this high technology time, talking about how the financial markets and the world of weird broadcast infotainment journalism that we seem to export from the United States, how those two things kind of mingle together and then throw in the technology on top of it makes for a really dangerous place, a dangerous time.
It's such a great premise. You know, I was just on the ride, but I was waiting to see you in it. And like, I just had this belief that you were going to be in it.
Oh, why? Did someone tell you I was?
It's like Jodie Foster. Like you've done movies before.
I have.
So I just presumed
that I'd be in it.
That you're going to pop up.
Did you get to the end and wonder what
and I thought, where the hell's Foster? I want Foster in this movie. But did you think, when you were watching it, did you think I could be in this? Or is that it for you?
Well, I'd much rather just direct and not direct and act at the same time. I think doing both is really a drag. It's no fun. Any director will tell you that. But that being said, I always feel like I feel like I inhabit each one of those characters, and each one of those characters is in some ways is part of me. And nothing's more thrilling as a director than feeling like that the vision of the film is about how you personally are invested in all the characters.
The story, we're very easy to exploit, aren't we? Because we have no knowledge of how these systems work.
Right.
That was a really nice theme in the film. And we don't mind that we don't know when it goes our way, but when it doesn't, suddenly we're outraged.
Yeah, I mean, the world of high finance is impenetrable. It's so complicated that no human being could ever understand any of it. You know, most of it is being guided by computers and algorithms. At least these days, that's true. 97% of the trades are being done by computers. But it's designed that way specifically by the people who benefit from the fact that it's mysterious, and by the 1% who benefits from it.
And what about, I love George's character, and he must have had a lot of fun playing the sort of prancing, glib money show stockbroker, I guess, who's Mr. Showman.
Yeah. He starts off in a pretty sorry state in the film. You know, he's kind of lost himself. He's unconscious, he's egotistical, he doesn't care about anybody else. He has no responsibilities to journalism. And he drinks 5 martinis before he goes on. I mean, there's nothing good about the state that he's in. Through the course of the movie, he sort of changes by seeing this mirror in front of him, and he becomes the hero he was meant to be.
There's a bit of Stockholm syndrome I found watching this movie, and you're on the ride, and I can't say any more because it'll give it away. But it was just to see George, as you say. That metamorphosis.
He does. He changes, and even though he does play this sort of, this glib character, you learn through the course of the movie. You understand that in some ways belies this just deep self-hatred.
Did you find
that whole thing?
Yeah, that whole thing.
Did you find as a director, you didn't have like any situations where something went wrong? Like you didn't have a Clint Eastwood situation where you had to fake a baby or anything like that, like when he had to do that?
Where I had to fake a baby?
Well, not a fake, like put a fake baby in there. Like I know there's no...
Interesting. There were no fake babies in this movie.
Yeah,
I'm going to put a fake baby in every one of my next movies because I think that's a good thing to do.
The can-do nature of Clint. The baby's sick, you just get the fake baby. And that was it. Did you have a situation like that where you had to...
I had no fake baby situation.
No.
However, I mean, every director directs from their heart. They direct through their personality. And some directors, for example, I work with David Fincher, my favorite director that I've ever worked with, and he does 110 takes, and everything has to be perfect, and there's not allowed to be any color. And he has a very specific way that he likes on the set. He doesn't really want anyone talking ever, and he tells everyone how to do everything. That's his way. Then you work with somebody like Neil Jordan, who is just free, and he doesn't know what he's going to shoot until he gets there because he wants the situation to sort of dictate.
And what's your style?
Mine, I guess I like everybody. I like everybody to feel included, but I'm really well planned. So everything is planned. to the nth degree ahead of time. Everything is thought of, everything's discussed. We've gone over it thousands of times so that by the time I say action, it goes incredibly fast and spontaneously. And that way it gives the actors a kind of spontaneity that they wouldn't have.
You don't get to wear jodhpurs, like old school jodhpurs.
I'm gonna put in my contract that I have jodhpurs from now. Jodhpurs and a fake baby. See how that
Your
goes.
ride is getting longer and longer.
Yeah, it really is.
so demanding.
But George and Julia have a real friendship in real life. Did that bring a nice energy to the set? Does it change the kind of way that a set feels?
Yeah, I got very lucky having George and Julia in the film. They play, they were only together for one scene in the beginning of the film and one scene at the end of the film. And everything else, they were together virtually, meaning she was in his earpiece or he was looking down the barrel of a broadcast camera. And they weren't even in the same city. So they had to do everything on their own. Through the magic of cinema. However,
you get no sense of that at all. You feel that
they have this amazing, weird little voodoo, incredible, dynamic between the two of them that kind of precedes them.
There's almost like a radio duo, and you're a bit of a radio fan.
I love radio.
You love radio. So we're on the radio.
We're on the radio right now?
Yeah, we're on the radio right now.
Well, then why are there lights?
Yeah, well, it's a confusing time.
It really is. I'm sorry.
It's changed a lot. But do you listen? What do you listen to when you're in your car? What does
I listen to NPR, National Public Radio, and it's a lot of it's news, but it's also stories and weird details and weird little things that you wouldn't find anywhere else.
It's not your karaoke time in the car.
I don't really do karaoke time in the car. I don't really do.
That's what the shower's for.
Well,
that's true.
It sounds like us though, but we've got Mr. So weird stuff, but also Mr. Broken Wings.
I don't really know what you mean, Mr. the band.
The band, yeah.
You have them?
Yeah, we got Mr.
What do you mean
Mister.
you have them?
I'm not sure
we play
either.
them. Mr. Mister.
Oh, because you play
rarely.
Mr. Mister.
We
Okay.
play Broken Wings.
Not all the time. I think we're confused.
Only on
We play
special
Starship.
occasions.
We built the city.
Okay,
There you go.
That'll
We've
get me
got Jodie
going.
back.
That's
I would be on
also
a
your
radio
rider.
show if I could play that.
You
Yeah.
see? Fake baby John, Mr. and Starship.
The movie.
What else do you need?
That's all we need. The movie is in cinemas on Thursday.
It's a ripper of a
It
film.
is so good.
Oh, thank you so much.
I missed you being in it, but it's good that you weren't in it.
Yeah, because then there wouldn't have been room for anybody else.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was thinking. Were you going to come out of the ceiling as an
It's a small
SAS
role. We're at
person
the
or
end
something?
credits.
Yeah, Jodie Foster, thank you.
Thank you.